Hey everyone, it's Dream and welcome back to Tuesdays with Dream. This week I will be talking about my experience in the Shanghai tunnels. And for anyone who doesn't know, the Shanghai tunnels they're in Portland. There's a few different names. It's kind of in like the Chinatown part, kind of in like an Old Town part. And anyway, there are these underground tunnels that used to be used for all kinds of reasons, but none of them were very good. Um, we saw one that used to be like an opium den where people would go to basically get high, and there were places where they would buy and sell people for work. Um, and basically, what the Shanghaiers were there were these people who would kidnap these men either by just pulling them off the street, or they would go into like a bar and they would see a pretty girl who was working for the Shanghaiers, and she would like lead him over to a trap door and then give the guy a signal, and he'd pull the lever and he'd fall through into these underground tunnels. And they're pretty like, I don't know, they're really creepy. The tunnels were they were big, but they were dark and dirty and just kind of insane if you think about it. Just like all the stuff that we saw down there. We saw this holding cell where they would take girls that they had kidnapped, and it was like 3 feet by 5 feet. Like you couldn't lay down in it at all. It was so tiny. And we saw old holding cells that had bars in the windows, and the bars went from like skinny to wide. So if you tried to stick your fingers through, if your fingers were too big, you wouldn't be able to get them back. And um, I was really excited to go on this because I'm a big fan of ghosts. I believe in ghosts. I think they're real. Call me crazy. But I was hoping for some sort of supernatural experience, and the tour guides kept saying that a lot of people have them. Like sometimes they'll hear whispering in their ear, or someone will be pulling at their pant leg or the back of their shirt, or they'll actually see something. And I was so ready for that. I was so ready, and it didn't quite happen, and I was so upset afterwards. But I still had a great time, and I got some cool pictures. And my sister said she got some supernatural experiences. I mean, I hope she did, because that would be really cool. Um, so he says, like, sometimes people will be able to smell one of the girls' perfumes. And he didn't tell us what the scent was, but every time someone had mentioned it to him, they always guessed the same smell, and it was that perfume. And my sister said she smelled it. I don't remember what she said she smelled. And she also heard Indian flutes, like Native American flutes. And I don't know why, but they mentioned that that would happen, like that could happen. And yeah, I mean, it was really cool. Some of the tunnels that were already underground were basements to like the old businesses, and the businesses never used them as basements, and so they're basically completely unused. And then there's like one long tunnel, and that was like the Shanghai tunnel that connected all the other ones, and so they kind of just used that to their advantage. And it went on for almost 100 years, like 1850. It started as the California Gold Rush and ended at Pearl Harbor in 1941. So it went on for a really long time, and nobody could do anything about it because these businesses and the police were getting paid to not say anything if they heard someone crying for help, which I mean is crazy. But at least it's over now, and I hope that doesn't happen. Could you imagine? Yeah, but it was a lot of fun, and all the tour people were really nice, and it was cool to just learn a bit about history, even though I didn't get to see any ghosts. But what you gonna do? So this has been Dream, spreading childhood cancer awareness one Tuesday at a time. Please be sure to tune in next week, and please, please, please donate to Camp Millennium. Thank you.